In a world full of Dungeons and Dragons content, Jamazing presents a new way of playing the classic tabletop game. Welcome to DM Roulette, a game where the players rotate who the Dungeon Master will be each month. No need to sift through countless episodes to figure out what's going on here. Each adventure will begin and end in 3 parts. And don't you worry, the beloved cast of characters will stay consistent from adventure to adventure, unless they die. So, without further ado, let's start the next episode of DM Roulette.
Sounds like a you problem.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to part 2 of my adventure. Minos in trouble. Last time, our group was led into an underground cave system, a maze-like system full of tunnels and doors that Minos calls home. I think my stream froze, but sound should be fine anyway. Minos' hometown called Lab, and when you first kind of stepped into what the citizens or the folk of Lab call God Rock, a solid stone with etchings that is impossible to break or mine, was essentially the underground system of tunnels, and a shifting occurred, and you were separated from Minos. He told you that all tunnels or all paths lead to Her Royal Moonness's pasture, and then was kidnapped by some mysterious people on the other side, I guess. And so the group was forced to continue on. During that time, Beatrice and Oliver got separated from the group, but they found a pasture. So leading out from the underground tunnels are these pastures that are protected by giant walls of the God Rock that allow the Minotaur of Lab to get some fresh air and get some green. But unfortunately, during the shifting, some of the Minotaur were separated from their herds. And this caused a madness within them to change them into beastly shapes and lose their mind and attack anything and everyone around. This is when the group, once they've subdued the Minotaurs, the group met up with a cowboy named Aster, who filled them a little bit into Lab and helped bring the group to Her Royal Moonness's pasture. There, when they met the rather rotund Minotaur leader, I suppose, self-appointed leader, she had informed the group that there was some sort of scheme in place to kidnap all Minoses that entered Lab, including, which the group found out included their Minos. Once it would be confirmed whether their Minos was the Minos or not, then the rest would be decided kind of then. The group went into one of the cubed-shaped buildings beside beside Her Royal Moonness's chamber or building or homestead, I guess. They found there was the Minos pen, and their Minos was indeed kidnapped and brought here. And in front of a strange urn, it was confirmed that the party's Minos was the Minos. Instantly, Minos was chained up and brought into a holding area with Gunnar as his kind of protector, and the rest of the group released the rest of the Minos into the Her Royal Moonness's pasture, which also included a special Minotaur whose name was Minos. For those of you who remember from last week, one of the Minotaur in the that works within Her Royal Moonness's chambers, Darien, was missing his cousin Minos, and you discovered that Minos was within the Minos pen. So we've kind of, that's where we ended, and we've kind of got 2 scenes on the go. So the first scene or one of the scenes is Minos and Gunnar, who are currently being kept within a room that is kind of sequestered away from the Minos kind of jail cell where Minos was being kept. Minos has a collar around his neck with a chain that leads, that connects to some of the god rock within this chamber. In fact, the only thing in this chamber is floor, walls, and ceiling of god rock. One column that opens up with a ring that Minos is connected to through his chains, and then a makeshift door, so a wooden door that's not quite right, I guess, for the God Rock building, but has been fashioned to at least provide some closure within this room. The other group, Peter, Ironjaw, and Rocket, when they opened up the doors to the Minos pen and all of the Minos charged out of the building, the group was pushed out from the somewhat stampede and brought back into Royal Munis's pasture. Behind you, the Dragonborn guards that had escorted you stand guard in front of the door to the cube building that Minos and Gunnar are being kept in currently. Sin, the sickly-looking kobold that works for Her Royal Munis, was instantly elated and excited by the fact that they had finally found the Minos, as dubbed by the ancient urns confirmation, and had quickly dashed out of the way and dashed and ran directly into the Her Royal Munis's building and chambers. So he ran just straight. He was like excited, like a kid on the last day of school, like piping with joy, jumping, super completely out of character to the kind of like malicious kind of grossness that he was exhibiting kind of moments earlier, and has run back to Her Royal Munis's chamber, shut the doors all excitedly, and you guys were left within the pasture. The sun has finally kind of set, though its rays are still kind of shining a little bit on the sky. The stars are starting to peek out, kind of the beautiful blue-orange kind of mix of right before kind of nighttime progresses.
Dusk.
And yeah,
Twilight.
dusk. Yeah, there we go. I was like thinking Twilight's a great word, Twilight, which kind of just on the cusp of finishing Twilight. All of the Minotaur within the pasture are so you, as you might recall, because of the shifting, a whole bunch of Minotaur had come to the pasture to seek audience with Her Royal Munis to try to help them reunite with those that they were separated from. Now that kind of night has come, it's a bit too late for any Minotaur to go traveling to another pasture. So all of the Minotaur that had come and lined up and waited are currently kind of setting up on the lawns, on the green areas within the pasture. They've got their bed rolls. They've got, the calves are running around. Some of the older Minotaur are producing magical lights from their hands and keeping the youngins entertained. All of them seem kind of excited for spending the night under the sky. The Minos that have been released are all kind of mingling within other groups, making friends and introducing themselves and finding kind of other Minotaur to meet up with and relax. So we're going to start with this scene. The group of Ironjaw, Peter, and Rocket. You are out in the pasture. The Dragonborn guards are preventing you from re-entering the Minos Pen building, which is a cubed-shaped building. Within the center of the pasture is the circular round shape of Her Royal Munis's chambers. On the complete other side is another cube-shaped building. And you're kind of left to your own devices. The Dragonborn are not kind of escorting you towards the Her Royal Munis's chambers yet. So you're kind of free to walk around, but they'll probably come get you if you leave her waiting for too long.
Okay, any initial thoughts, Ironjaw and Rocket? This is a pretty precarious situation, it feels like.
Well, they know we have, or they know they have the right Minos. But we can at least try to bargain for something before springing them. If it's night, I am wearing my medallion of Obit High, which gives true sight.
Ooh.
If that's relevant to anything.
Okay, good to know. It's funny because I knew you had that, and I didn't know what it did. I couldn't find it anywhere, so I was like, oh, I'll just play it when he tells me what it does.
So if the Dragonborn are not Dragonborn or anything of the sort, but if anybody's disguised or invisible, I should be able to see them.
Okay, the Dragonborn are Dragonborn. Everything that you see in the pasture right now
What?
is legit, I guess. Nothing is poking out. Oh, and Aster's also out and about, so if you guys want to talk to him, he's been waiting for you, I guess, so he can join up. Oh, well,
I'm
that
kind of curious
little...
as to...
Oh, sorry, go ahead. You go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm curious as to what's in the other square building.
So you're gonna head over there?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So Aster will stay out of it, I guess, for now. I don't want to kind of like impose. Just know that he's around for questioning or whatever if you guys wanted to go talk to him. So he's not kind of joining your group yet. He's giving you your space. Maybe he's kind of caught up in a conversation with a Minotaur and kind of can't politely decline, and so he's kind of stuck right now. So you're heading towards the other cube-shaped building, Ironjaw?
Yeah, we might as well know everything about the area before we get into too much trouble.
I'll go
Jen,
with
your
them.
mic is off.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Ironjaw, did you want some backup, or are you trying to do a stealth mission? Because if you are, I can go talk to some of the Minotaurs.
Oh, I'm just going to walk over there. It doesn't seem like anyone's stopping us.
Okay.
So feel free to come if you want.
Okay. I'll try to stay in your general area, and maybe... Can I see the Minotaur whose cousin was Minos?
Darien is... so Minos is the one that you released from the Minos. He's... I guess, around in the pasture now. He's gone and milled. But Darien is not around, presumably still within the actual chambers of her Royal Mooness's building.
I'll go in the same direction as Ironjaw so that I'm close if something goes wrong, but I'll stay back still to talk to some Minotaur.
Okay, cool. Rocket?
I'll join up with Ironjaw.
Okay, so the three of you are kind of heading in the direction of the other building. You get there. It looks almost identical to the one that you came from, only it is completely closed off. It's like a solid cube of god rock that is just sitting on the other side of this main building. Same size as the Minos Pen building. But doesn't seem to have any openings or it doesn't seem to have any openings anywhere. There are actually, can the three of you, or maybe not Peter's just kind of milling around, but Rocket and Ironjaw, can you give me an investigation roll?
Yep, sure can.
Oh wow.
Very nice.
Wow, we're a team.
I had to lift you up to see is the trick.
So, Rocket, around the cube, all around, there are kind of scuff marks within the grass that are only kind of present right around this cube in particular. There are also, so I say scuff marks on the rock, but it's not kind of scuff as in the rock was indented or scratched or anything. It's just kind of like something hit it and left maybe something on the rock. But you do, when you get really, really close with your investigation and you kind of follow a path, you feel a certain coolness coming from the God Rock, which you haven't felt anywhere else within Lab, within the whole
one
system.
spot, or just like from all over?
Yeah, so you kind of noticed it in one spot, but then once you kind of focused on its energy, you're able to find it kind of in one little area, and then you move and it's kind of warm, and then another little area, you find another cool spot and you move, and it's almost like it's if you were to think of like a shelf, there'd be all these different shelvings. Maybe there'd be like one thing or one or two things per shelf that's radiating this kind of coolness that doesn't seem to have, with your high investigation, I guess, it doesn't have a pattern, I guess, that there's like maybe one down here, or 2 this way or whatever. It's just intermittently around you're getting these cold spots.
Can we knock on it?
Intermittently around, I'm getting cold spots, and there's scuffs.
Maybe there's something inside the block. This would
So
be an
you
excellent
knock on
poison.
the stone and
Yeah.
you kind of hear the sound of your metal fist on the God Rock knock and no response.
Can I try knocking?
When you knock.
Yeah!
No, nothing extra.
Maybe it's
That
an
would take it some
anti-robot or
time, I guess,
something.
for Rocket to figure all that out and do some investigation. So, Peter, you found some Minotaur.
Minos, I presume.
Oh yeah. No, I'm Winnie the Moo. What's your name?
Hi, Winnie. I'm Peter Post. I'm a mailman.
Oh, what's
It's great to meet you. Oh, what's a mailman? Okay, sorry, we had other things to talk about. We got to clear this up. A mailman is a noble profession, passed down for generations to generations, serving society, passing the most sacred thing that you can pass along to people, which is letters and messages.
Oh, that
Yeah.
sounds nice. I would like a letter.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna write him a letter.
Okay. Cool.
I'll sit down and write him a letter. Hey, you guys can go back to the box. I gotta write the letter.
No, you can talk as you write your letter. That's fine.
I was gonna just message it to you. I felt like I should actually take time to write it. Okay. Dear Winnie, my new friend, it's been a pleasure to meet you this day. I'm so pleased to make your acquaintance. Unfortunately, it is on very sad terms. You see, my other friend has been kidnapped. And we were about to try to negotiate for his well-being, but we don't know anything about the moonness. Can you tell me more about her? I look forward to hearing your reply. Sincerely, Peter Post. XOXO Mailman. That was
You can read.
Do you give him the letter?
Yeah, give him the letter, sorry.
Oh, wow. I don't know how to read, though. Can you read this to me?
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Take a seat. Dear, my great friend. It's a pleasure
Okay.
to meet you.
That's fine. So you reread it out. Oh, yeah. Her royal moonness is pretty mean. She doesn't really like other Minotaur, and she doesn't join in any of our festivals or any of our fun, and she doesn't help us try to find the other Minotaur or Minotaur when there's a shifting.
Is she your leader then?
Oh, well, I guess that's what she says, but she doesn't really do anything for us. We just keep living, we just keep doing Minotaur things. She only got here like 20 or some years ago. Before that, we had no leader.
And she showed up 20 years ago, and what happened? Did she show up with this army? Like this dragon, all these Dragonborn?
Oh, no, the Dragonborn only came within the last year. I can't remember too much of when she first started. She didn't really have much to do, but I guess some Minotaur started helping her.
Showed up and immediately she became leader, or when did she declare herself leader?
Oh, yeah, very shortly after she introduced herself, she said that she was leading us.
Was she a good leader before?
Well, I don't have much experience with leaders, but I don't really like this one.
Fair. I don't really like her either, to be honest. I don't have very much else to ask, I think.
That's fine.
Yeah. Thank you, Winnie. Here's my mailing address if you ever want to write a letter or a picture. And I'll give him some envelopes and some stamps. You just drop these in. You find people with like this logo and you give it to them and you can message them.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So he'll just grab all your kind of supplies and just shove them into his like satchel that he's carrying, and seems pretty excited and starts telling the other Minotaur that are around about his new friend and letters and the postal service. Rocket and Iron Jaw, anything further you'd like to do with the cube?
Not with the cube, I don't think.
Okay, sorry.
think of
Anything
anything
else you'd like to do in the
particularly
pasture then?
I think we want to. I want to go talk to our cowboy friend, since he's been in to see Hermunus and has some ideas and thoughts.
Okay, sure. So he finally. Oh yeah, that's fascinating. Well, I hope you can find Melissa soon. All right. I'll see you later. So he kind of branches off. Oh, I gotta like not have like my. I should have kind of gone a completely different voice for. Oh well, howdy there. Did you have much luck finding your Minotaur?
We did, but he's the same Minos that Hermunus is looking for.
Well,
So-
I don't really know what that means. I didn't really know about the Minos pen.
Well, it sounds like she was going to keep him captured and offered us a reward of some sort. But what would Hermunus have that we would want?
Well, I've been trying to get some answers, but I think some of the shady dealings started to happen when the Dragonborn arrived, and she took them on as her guard. But unfortunately, I got the short end of the stick. I was so bewildered when I first came to Lab that she asked me a couple questions I barely was able to answer before she got bored, and I haven't been able to see her since.
Is there anything that you want?
I'd like to be able to get some sort of map or a way to get out of this place. But something is a bit peculiar, because when I brought up the notion of history and how this all came to be, that's when I got shafted out. She said I'll never be able to find the library pasture, and then she laughed. I'm not sure how she could be so sure that I couldn't find it. Perhaps because this maze of Lab is endless. I've only been able to map out a short distance from one pasture to this one in over a couple months' work.
What's the library's pasture supposed to be?
I have no clue, but when I asked about history, she really got irritated with me.
Well, maybe that's worth getting as a reward. Who knows how excited she'll be about this all.
Are you guys heading back in there now?
I guess, yeah.
Well, I don't see
A
that
map.
cretin anywhere, so perhaps I can sneak in with you.
Yeah, come on in.
So you guys
Well,
make
we
it.
need another set of eyes.
Sorry, Cass or Jen, anything else you'd like to do before you go see Hermunus?
One more question I want to ask Winnie. Do they know how to get around the labyrinth? Or I guess, Winnie, do you know how to get around this lab?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Minotaur knows this, the exact path it's taken before. I can go back any which way I wanted with my eyes closed. But with the shifting, it's hard to tell which ways are open and which ways are closed.
And how often does the shifting happen again?
Well, it's been typically once a month, but that happened about a week ago, so that's why everyone's kind of surprised that another one happened so soon.
Hey, this is very peculiar, Winnie. Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you, my new friend. So the three of you, well, actually the four of you, I guess, including Aster. 1 second. So the four of you, Rocket, Peter, Ironjaw, and Aster, head to the front of, or towards the entryway into Her Royal Minos' chamber, and there are two Dragonborn guard, and they kind of give you a wry smile, and they open the door, and we're going to pause your scene there, and are going to go to Minos and Gunnar. So Minos and Gunnar are currently locked in a holding cell of sorts, which is a room that's created of god rock. It's cube-shaped, just like kind of everything else here. It's got the floor, four walls, ceiling, and one column right down the middle with an open ring. This is all made of god rock. And Minos has got the collar, the chain that goes through that loop, and so he's currently kind of being held right in the middle of the chamber. Like I said, there's one door that leads in and out of this this room, and it is wooden, but not. It does not seem like it was originally kind of created. It has been kind of fastened there some other point to when this room was created. So, Minos and Gunnar, you're in this this room. Gunnar, do you actually not remember me?
Of course I remember you.
Oh, I got really scared there that maybe there was a spell cast on you and then maybe I would have to do something like chop off an arm or something to get you to regain your memories. I don't know.
First of all, you could never chop my arm off, let's get that clear. Second of all, I am far too smart for magic to work on me. I have mind like steel trap.
Well, do you know why I got kidnapped?
I was about to ask you the same question. Because to me, you are worthless. But clearly to someone, you are worth a lot. I want to know why.
I don't know. I think
someone
I'm
is
worth
offering a great deal of money for you to be killed.
Oh no. Oh, how much money?
How much? Like...
Do you need a reminder? 100 gold.
Yes.
100k gold. 100k gold.
100k! I was gonna say 100 gold.
Yeah.
He's so astonished you froze.
Him, yeah. He's like 100 gold to disconnect from this.
Fucking... Okay. That does... What? Oh no,
Sorry.
am I frozen?
Yeah, I think you're caught back out now.
Okay. 100,000 gold pieces. This is a fortune. How much money you have on you right now?
Oh, well, they took all my stuff, but I think I probably had close to that amount.
You had 100,000 gold?
I don't know. I don't know how to count, but seems like a lot, and I don't think I have a lot, but maybe I can... Minos stops for a second. Gunnar, do you have 100,000 gold?
I am about to have 100,000 gold.
Oh, well,
But
that's
it will
good.
not
So
help
then
you.
can you lend it to me? And then I can give that to you to not kill me? No, wait, that doesn't work.
No, the problem is I will only have the gold after I kill you.
Oh.
And I am being provided with a great opportunity at the moment.
Oh, Gunnar. Well, okay, well, I guess I'll tell you a little bit of what I remember. When I first left
Speak quickly.
lab... Oh, okay. When I
Faster
first
than
left... When I first... when I first left lab, I didn't really have anywhere to go. It was my first time in the outside world, and so I thought, well, you know what I'm good at? I'm good at making pots. So then I thought, okay, well then I just need some stuff to make pots, and then I could sell the pots, and then I could make some gold, and then... Okay, but nobody would lend me the stuff to make pots, and then there was a bit of an incident in the woods. There was a dark creature, someone came and said that they would give me the tools to make pots, and I was like, wow, that's a really good thing to do. You must be a really nice person. And they said that the only thing that needs to happen is that I have to sell one pot in a whole month, and then the stuff is free. But if I don't manage to sell one pot, then they get to own my Minotaur soul. I was like, well, that's
I'm
easy.
going to unsheath my axe, but please do not stop. If anything, speed up.
So then I started making pots. It was really easy. I'm really good at making pots. And then I would be delivering it to the village folk. But then something would happen each time. Like a stray boar crashed into my cart and broke all my pots. And then a second time it was perfectly nice weather, but then it started to hail and it broke all my pots. So finally on the last day I decided I was going to carry the last pot because I needed to sell it. And then when I was handing it over, there was a big wind and an arrow accidentally went through the pot and then it broke and I didn't manage to sell it.
So you have no soul?
No, they only get my soul when I die.
So when I kill you, they get the soul. And I get 100,000 golds.
Yeah, I guess
it sounds
so.
like you kind of made your bed here.
For a second, his ear will twitch. Minos' ear will twitch. Wait, did you hear that?
I probably don't.
You don't, no?
Okay.
What? Oh,
I hear nothing, but I do need to do some stretches, because your neck is quite thick. Please continue while I stretch.
Wait, you're trapped here too? Yeah, I'm trapped here. Oh, you think that you can help us out? Wait, who are you? Where are you coming from? Minos looks around, and then he gets closer to the god rock. He leans in real close. Oh, you're right here. And he's gonna touch the lee line of the god rock, and the whole room will instantly light up. All of the lee line lines that are around in the god rock will light with a bright white light. Minos himself is going to glow with a light blue light. And kind of like a rush, a wave that's been kind of crashing through. Minos does this as his like whole body goes rigid, and his kind of aura dances around with this light aura around. And there's this beautifulness in the way that both of the lights flow through the room. And this is when Gunnar will get ascending. Oh, hey, girl. So we'll be there in like 5 minutes. We set it up. We gave you the dagger. So that's in your back holster. So just, I guess, stab him. We don't really know how it works, but we'll be there in about 5 minutes. Plenty of time to kill that cow and get your reward. That is the sending message that you're going to get, Gunnar. When you reach behind you and look in your kind of belt's holster, you do indeed feel a dagger holster. And when you pull it out, it's a very odd metal. And the way it spins and twirls, it's almost like a three-pronged dagger in one that just kind of... give me an insight roll, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, not bad.
Actually, yeah. I was expecting way worse.
Ooh.
So, when you kind of pull the dagger out of its holster, you feel this, like, malicious energy coming from it. So Minos is currently kind of suspended, I guess. So he's touching the lead lines. He's glowing blue. The lights are still dancing all around. You see kind of his neck there. What are you going to do?
Minos, can you please descend from levitating? I need to stab you in the back of the head with this dagger.
In this moment, it seems almost as if the light of Minos, the blue light and the white light of the lead lines within the room start to merge. Then there's more of a dark light that starts to manifest all around the room and pulls the white light away from the blue light, Minos's blue light. Instantly, Minos's blue light will rush back into his body. He'll look at Gunnar with excitement and hold out his hand and say, Gunnar, do you trust me?
No.
So you don't grab his hand?
Well, he just asked me if I trusted him. and I
Sure,
said no.
okay. Whatever you say, do you reach out and grab his hand?
Yes, Gunnar will reach out and grab his hand to pull him down.
Okay. When you reach and grab his hand, you feel this sensation, this rush, this like this coldness pushing out all of your breath. You start to get a little bit nervous as your senses start to leave your body, and you start to hover around in this nothingness, and you're almost like astral projecting, looking at your body. You and Minos are both suspended in the air together. Minos' blue light has released from his body once again and has intertwined with the white light. And your aura, your light is more of a red, and it comes out, and you are kind of just hovering there, and you have this sense, this force that's all around you, and it starts to communicate. It starts to communicate. It's not really speaking. You're almost communicating with it with your own aura and the way that you move with this dark light that has also manifested in the room. We're going to speak, but just know that this is all kind of happening with this kind of fluid, this communication, this back and forth is happening with the fluid motion and not actually with words. Hello, I am Stone. What
I
be
should
your
not
name?
consent to any of this.
Wood.
Return my energy to me.
Oh, you can return at any point. But your cow
I do
friend
not like
says
handsy stones.
your cow friend says that you are strong enough for my power. Wood would like to leave room, but Stone is okay staying. But if Wood leave, then Stone have nothing to protect.
What is wood? The door? How can a door want to leave?
Wood
Maybe he
and
wants
your
to make
cow
like a tree.
friend have made a deal. Your cow friend will bring wood, but he's not strong enough to bring stone. He says you're strong enough to bring stone. You bring stone with you so that I may protect wood. Do you agree?
Okay, and then I get my 100,000 gold? Where does the 100,000 gold play into this?
I know not of earthly riches, but my strength can help you with what you seek, as long as I
The
can
100,000
protect
gold?
wood.
How can I put this? What is in it for me?
You hear a banging at the door. All right, we're here. Did you do it yet?
Give
You
me
must
1
make-
second. I am negotiating with disembodied voices.
Your body does not say out loud. What did you ask Stone, Gunnar?
What is in it for me?
You get Stone's power. I am strong. You not take as much damage.
I am probably stronger than you. How do I know that you're strong? Prove it. Ah, see? You cannot prove it.
It waits. All right,
Shall
we're
we come
coming
forward?
in. All right, what are you doing, Gunnar? So I guess Stone is going to hold out his hand the way that Minos held out his hand to you.
Gunnar will take the hand.
Okay. When you take the hand, both the blue light and the white light get super excited and start dancing all around the room. And the dark light rushes. So all of the light and all of the stone's energy rushes. It kind of drains the kind of slate blue of the stone's color. All of that rushes right into Gunnar's body as he feels this rumbling, this kind of earthly essence merge with his own. And at the same moment, Minos, all of the Lee lines within the room, all of the light starts to all coalesce and enter Minos's body. Together, Minos's light becomes a lighter blue and Gunnar's light becomes a deeper red, and both of them start to merge together, creating a beautiful kind of purple that sets over both of Gunnar and Minos's bodies. Okay, so stuff happened. For the remainder of the adventure, if Gunnar agrees to the deal, wood and stone will provide buffs to Minos and Gunnar while they are within 30 feet of one another. Gunnar gains the benefit of bark skin. So essentially your AC goes up to base 16. And in addition, Gunnar can redirect any damage Minos will take to himself for the rest of this encounter, for the rest of this adventure. Both Minos
If
and
I
Gunnar...
stab myself in the neck... Oh no.
Both Minos and Gunnar will be able to communicate in Primordial, but cannot read or write it. Can you give me a con saving throw? Actually, give me a strength saving throw to see how well your body deals with the stones and essence coming into you.
Ooh.
Okay, so you're going to take one level of exhaustion, as it does seem to be stone is a bit too much for Gunnar to handle without effect, and so Gunnar is quite tired. All of the god rock in the room loses its Lee line and loses its dark color and becomes quite brittle. Minos, it looks like he... In terms of physical effects, Minos' fur takes on a bit more of a rocky feel to it. And Gunnar, do you have any body markings? What?
Yes.
Can you describe them?
He has like Maori style tribal tattoos along his right pectoral and down his left pectoral and down his left arm.
Okay, so stone provides its benefit to Minos and provides a bit more of a rocky shell to Minos' fur. Wood also provides a protective barrier on Gunnar. So this is how you get the bark skin, is actually from the wood spirit. And it has its Lee line etchings will crawl around your body, but will be very respectful of the ink that you have that you have stained your skin permanently with. In fact, when it kind of gets close to the ink, it almost takes on a bit more of a softer flourish to what you already kind of had as your tribal tattoos. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm super tired now. They're going to be a banging at the door. Did it happen? We're coming in right now. Oh,
no, it's still in progress of happening. Please do not come in. It's a very delicate process. We will disrupt it.
In the next few moments, there's complete chaos as the door kind of smashes open, but the brittleness of the room isn't able to withstand the energy of the impact, and the whole room starts to crumble and dust up. And there's just It's just a smoke scream of rock and dust, and you hear Minos kind of whisper to Gunnar, "Oh, okay, I'm going to do something, but I usually get stuck. Don't leave me, okay, Gunnar?"
I won't,
And we're
because
going
you are now
to
worth
pause.
100,000 gold to me.
Pause that scene, and we're going to head to the other group who's about to enter Her Royal Minos' chamber. Okay. Oh, one more thing, Gunnar. So before you felt this kind of malevolent presence with the dagger, now that you kind of made this deal with this primordial stone spirit, you're unable to even get any sort of connection from the dagger. If you were to use it to cut somebody, it would just be a regular cut. Like nothing would happen. You have a complete disconnect to whatever power is going on in the dagger, essentially. So
Wake up.
Rocket, Peter, Ironjaw, and Aster, the two dragonborn that stand in front of the door to Royal Minos' chamber, as I said, give you a wry smile, and they both kind of at the same time open the doors. There is a magical darkness that has permeated the entire room. They kind of usher you to head on inside. Oh, I should get some music for this. What do you do, I guess? Go on in.
While I'm outside, I should be able to see in, right? With True Sight?
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so, True Sight. So what you do see through the darkness is that a whole bunch of curtains and lights and like streamers and balloons have all been set up in the interior of this chamber, but you don't see Her Royal Minos yet because you can't see past kind of closed curtains, I assume.
Yeah. It's not like X-ray vision.
Unless they're illusionary curtains.
Unless they're illusionary.
Unless they were illusionary curtains. So you can tell that there's a rigging that's been set up, and these are actual like curtains that have been makeshiftly
I'll say that.
together.
I'll say that it looks like a surprise party of some sort.
Rocket walks in. For me?
And Ironjaw, you do see kind of on the edges of the room, you do see not the Minotaur, the Dragonborn are the Dragonborn guard are still around, and some of the Minotaur are also still within the chambers, but they appear to have been like pushed off to the side to make way in the center of the room. And then you all enter, and so does Aster. The Dragonborn don't kind of prevent him from entering with you. You enter the darkness of the chambers, and music starts to play. This really kind of joyous kind of organ music starts to rattle through the entire room. The darkness dissipates completely. The rest of you see this curtain now. Light starts shining all over the place, providing these kind of pinks and blues and all these different colors of spotlight, really kind of setting the occasion. The Dragonborn around look mildly amused. They're kind of like taking it in, but they've got their eye on the lot of you still. And then, through the sound of the music and the joyous kind of tunes that you hear Her Royal Minos shout out, "Oh, welcome in. I'm so excited. We finally found the Minos, and now we get to make a deal. Come on in, come on in." So the curtain is going to open, and in full kind of gown and garish makeup, a dress that looks like it fit maybe 2 or 3 sizes too small. The large Her Royal Minos kind of presents herself as all the lights turn on her. She's standing atop of her throne. So as you recall, this room has 6 different kind of equivalent-sized half pillars of Godrock, and most of them had been covered up the first time that you came in, except for the one that was kind of more in the center on the other side of the room. Her Royal Moonness had her throne on one of them, and the other ones were the other ones were all covered up. So she's currently on her throne. She's on her kind of half pillar. The crystal or the dome, the glass dome that's above you in this chamber now reveals that, night has kind of fully come in. And so the light of the moon is coming through, but you don't see the moon yet. But it is a clear sky, so there are stars. It is going to be a full moon. The night sky is providing a lot of light, and so that light is also adding into the wonder and marvel that her Royal Moonness has set up for you. In the same moment that the kind of screen opens up, you'll notice that Sin, the sickly kobold, doesn't look so sickly anymore. In fact, he looks like a very kind of healthy, white-scaled kobold, is running around the room and triggering these different things that have been set up, these buttons that will kind of like shoot a confetti canyon confetti canyon, confetti canyon, I guess. All the confetti is kind of shooting out, kind of getting in your eyes. And she is very excited. She's in a good mood. She welcomes you into the chambers. As soon as you step in, the two Dragonborn that had been waiting for you on the outside are on the inside. They shut the doors behind you, and they lock their tridents, preventing your leave from that route. One thing I'm going to send to Matt with his moon vision.
Ooh.
So, unless you have some sort of telepathy, Matt, if you were to say anything kind of out loud, just know that...
noticed.
Yeah, it will be noticed. Okay, so I'm going to your room. Let me just give me a second.
Okay.
Cool. Come on in. We've set up some dessert tables for you, and we're excited to make a deal. She steps at the edge of her platform and kind of looks down, and looks over at Sin, and she was, underling, and like very kind of awkwardly, Sin, the kobold, is gonna start pushing this like 20-foot by 20-foot like wooden staircase of sorts. He looks over to like the Dragonborn guards and like calls them over to help, and they kind of like shake their head like, no, we're not going to do that. So it's like a very kind of awkward long time, and you hear like the wheels kind of squeaking and the grunting of Sin as he's pushing this staircase. And her Royal Moonness looks quite irritated, but until the stairs kind of make it to her, she continues to monologue. So what we're going to do is I'm going to roll initiative, not saying that this is a battle or anything. It's just that during the monologue, anybody can talk at any time, but it'll give me good timings to be like, okay, Peter, would you like to do like an action or anything? So I'm not sure if I ended the last one. Yes. Oh, this channel's not in combat. Great. Let's begin. So go ahead and jump in there. The Dragonborn, all the Dragonborn are going to go at the same time, which will be at the start of initiative. And I will throw in Sin and her Royal Moonness's initiative if it comes to that. Ironjaw, you'll be the first one to... Okay, so the Dragonborn guard, top of the initiative, they are just looking, watching to see what is currently unfolding. Can everyone give me an insight roll before we kind of get started in the monologue? Peter,
You suck.
you're the only one that's going to
Very
notice
moderate.
that the Dragonborn, even though they're looking at each of you, they kind of have a bit of a glaze to their eye. So you know when you're like at work and you have to try to pretend that you're like staring at your screen and you're working, but you're really like daydreaming?
No.
That's kind of what their eyes look like. They're following, but they don't seem to be completely there. Okay? So that's what you get with your insight. But only Peter makes that remark. Rocket and Ironjaw, you guys are still noticing that the Dragonborn are following your movements. Well, you must have some questions. I assume your Minos was quite dodgy in telling you the details of his arrangements. So, I'm so excited we get to make a deal. Otherwise, I will off your friend and I'll make myself 100,000 gold. Either way,
my
it's
fucking
win-win for me, so let's start making a deal.
You want to go in order?
So if we're talking discussion, feel free to go whenever you want, and then I'll call on the order for what you might want to do as an action or like physically do.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So this is open to all three of you to talk whenever you want.
A lot.
Well, your royal moodness, the only thing we want is our friend back.
Well, then I guess you're going to have to give me an offer worth at least 100,000 gold. What do you have for me?
What should we have for you?
Well, I do like gold. I do like magical items. I do like secrets. Perhaps you know some information about, I don't know, just off the top of my head, something to do with the God Rock. I'm not interested that much, but if you had some information that could bring down the price a little bit.
Well, you see, darling, I do come from money, of course. You can tell by my posture. So I do have exactly 100,000 gold, actually, just outside of Lab. So if you want to come with us and lead us out of Lab, I'd be more than happy to give it to you.
Well, if that's the case, then I guess we can hold on to your Minos here until you get back. But I would put on a time limit, of course. And for every month that it takes you to come back, then perhaps a new brand will appear on your Minos's body. I do like the smell of burned cow hair, she says with a malicious
surprising.
smile. What
I
does
don't
that
think
mean?
I believe that at all.
How about I cast Firebolt on you? Okay.
You want
Can you
burnt
remind
hair?
me-
Sorry, Peter.
Can you remind me what the Dragonborn are doing right now? Like, I know
They're
they
all-
have the glossy eyes, but what?
Sorry. They are guards, and the whole time that you've been in this chamber, so the first time and this time, they are kind of around the perimeter of the room, and they are essentially just guarding. The only time you saw them move was when Darien was hyperventilating and potentially going to suffer from the madness. They had all kind of readied their tridents in defense, if you will. That was the only time you ever saw them kind of move. So right now they're just standing. They're standing around.
We've learned a few things about the God Rock.
Peter said something I missed. What it didn't register. How many?
How many guards? Yeah.
A dozen.
Okay. Oh, have a lot of guards. Okay.
Ironjaw.
Well, I'll take the dozen of them.
Yes, we've learned a bit about the God Rock, but we can't just hand over secrets for nothing. What do you need to know in order to give us our friend back?
Well, ideally, I would like to know how to move it, get rid of it, make it collapse,
No, we've
How-
already seen the ability to damage it.
Oh, you have? Well, isn't that
I'm surprised you haven't.
interesting? Well, perhaps I have. Perhaps I haven't.
How do we know once we give you this information that you'll release our friend?
Well, I'll only release your friend if the information is successful in removing the god rock completely. But if your information is the same as mine, then there's not going to be a deal. I need to have
Why do you
results.
need to remove it anyways?
Because, she says with a bit more intent. And at this point, Sin will have wheeled the kind of staircase all the way towards her, and she starts to step down very awkwardly in the way that she moves. All of her fat, I guess, so she's remember, she's larger than any of the other Minotaur that you've seen. She's very rotund, but she's got kind of these skinny little legs. And so she's going down very carefully down the staircase. So in this moment, before she continues to answer Ironjaw's question, and again, she's kind of she's speaking out to what would be an audience, like as if there were lots and lots of people around. So she's not kind of speaking directly to you, Ironjaw. On your turn, what would you like to do?
Take a few large steps back.
From her coming down the stairs?
Yes.
Okay. So that'll be your full action. Nothing else you want to do? In terms of... Okay,
No.
cool. So as she's stepping down the stairs, she goes, "There is a treasure here in Lab that I discovered many, many years ago. And it's been locked away to me. It's so close. It's right outside these walls, and if I could just get it, then I could leave this blasted place. I mean, then I can share the treasure with all the Minotaurs."
I mean, we would also like to leave here at some point.
Yes, well, I
Maybe
can
we
help
can work
with...
together.
I can help with that as well if you do have some gold like your petite friend said. Then I can guide the way out to anywhere in the world that you need to be to make your destination quicker.
But you can't leave.
Sorry, say that again?
Why can you help us leave, but you can't leave?
Well, I can leave if I wanted to, but why would I want to? The treasure is here, and I know that if they... No, that's enough of that. Yes, the treasure's here. But if you tell me where in the world you need to go to get me the gold, then I can get you there. She continues to descend down the staircase. Rocket, anything you'd like to do?
So can you just give us like a area of where everything is and what?
Sure. So this room is a circular room. It's like a giant dome, like half a sphere. The interior of the room has 6 half columns.
Pillars.
So yeah, pillars that don't reach all the way up to the top, if you will, but they're kind of cut halfway. That is what she's kind of currently stepping down. She's currently stepping down one of them. All of the other pillars have been revealed. So before they were all covered up, they've all been revealed. They all had kind of party supplies and preparations for kind of this moment, except for one, the one that Ironjaw had currently looked at last time. That one is still covered up. Now on this floor level, all around the perimeter of the semicircle are 12 Dragonborn. They're the Dragonborn guards. Intermittent around the room as well are the Minotaur that work here, so about 5 or 6 of them, including Darien. And Aster, so the 4 of you are kind of right at the front of this chamber, and Her Royal Moonness's throne would have been completely opposite you. So she's currently walking down the giant staircase that's been wheeled to her in front of you. So she's about, I don't know, like 30 feet ahead of you. And then besides that, there's the dome. So there's the glass dome that is opened up to the night sky, the night sky above with the stars. You're starting to see now a little bit of the moon is coming into view, and then yeah, so typical party stuff. If you tables and treats, music is playing, confetti is all over the floor, all over everything. Streamers, kind of the likes, balloons. So if you have like a party supply that you are thinking of using, then it's probably there.
Like, are the Godstone pillars within the circle of Dragonborn?
Yes. So like the Dragonborn are at the perimeter, and then the stones are here, and then you guys are kind of like within, I guess, the stones. That stone column.
Could I back up to be against one of them?
Sure.
I'm gonna start.
And then could I like try to feel for cold spot?
Sure, you do, and you don't feel any cold spots.
Okay, I'll say that.
Okay. Yeah, Peter.
I'm gonna start like pretending to get into the party mindset and be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna pick up some food, some drinks. I'm gonna pass it around to the guards and be like, oh, guys, don't be so stiff. Here, take this drink, take this treat, and I'm gonna go 1-to-1 and see how they react. Do they take it? Do they?
Some of them will stoutly refuse. One of them will take it with glee and start kind of chugging and is excited to have it. Others will take theirs and will sip. So you've got kind of the gambit here. You've got some that are taking it, some that are enthusiastically taking it, and some that are straight up not taking any of it at all. Okay? Iron Jaw, were you going to say something?
Yeah, so she was talking about the treasure, and I'm assuming that I'm going to say, like, I assume that the treasure you want is in the cube of Godrock outside.
How did you know that? Did one of them tell you? It's against any dick to tell about that treasure.
No, it's just so close, you're almost sleeping on top of it.
Yes, he kind of stops for a moment, I guess. Give me a diplomacy or persuasion, I guess.
Persuasion?
Whichever. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that exists in this edition.
Yeah. So she goes, yes, that is where the treasure is. When I first came here, I mean, ever since I was born here and learned of the treasure, I knew I needed to have it. It's worth even more than 100,000 gold if I could just move the Godrock.
What's it supposed to be?
Well, if I tell you that, I know that you'll take it from me. I know how adventuring parties work. I can't tell you.
No, we could be persuaded to share, especially if we're going to help you get into it.
Well, do you have any more information as to how to open the rock?
I mean, do we tell her? I don't think I've had sufficient guarantees that we'll even live after telling you, much less get our friend back and leave unscathed.
She gives you a very
If you're looking for something worth
toothy-
more than 100,000 gold pieces, you should be willing to give us something.
Well, you do want your Minotaur, do you not? Is he not worth 100,000 gold to you?
Over time, a member of our adventuring party would be worth thousands of gold a year.
Yes, if only you knew what that Minotaur had within him. But if you...
Giving the reward?
Sorry, Peter?
Who's giving the reward? You say that it's 100,000, but what? Like, I haven't seen that job posting anywhere. Who's giving that reward? Show me the resume. Show me the posting. If I'm going to be applying for some job or competing for some job, I need to know what the criteria are.
Yes, well, they is all they say. They is their name. They reached me about a year ago saying that they made a deal with one special Minotaur named Minos, but that he escaped their grasp, and so they wanted all Minos in Lab. They said, well, of course he's a Minotaur, of course he would come back. I am still baffled as how I let one escape. But here we are, he made a deal, and now if anybody kills him, they get his soul. But I can't allow that to happen, because if they do get his soul, then they'll get one step closer to the God Secret, and they'll come for my treasure. So I have to keep him alive.
Did they give you all of these Dragonborn to help you?
Yes, that is when they also welcomingly came and defended for me. Can everybody give an insight to her saying that?
Ooh.
Peter and Ironjaw, when she kind of touts her pride at the Minotaur and how they are there for her, you'll notice that a couple of them, probably the ones that are a bit more inebriated, scoff out loud. She doesn't seem to have noticed.
I'm just I'm just gonna be like bosses, right? Oh man. I bet you don't even have benefits here.
The one will look at you and smile, but won't say anything to you yet. Rocket, are you gonna do something?
Yeah, could I kind of like say really loud and more so to the room rather than her, and be like, so, darling, what you're saying is that they're here to assist you in this endeavor, but what if we could assist them better than you can? Eh?
Well, yes, if you can if you can help me open the God Rock, then I guess I'll share some of that treasure with you. And I'll give you your Minotaur friend.
Well, it kind of sounds like we don't need you with all the great information we have on moving God Rocks.
She gets very angry when you say that, and she says that you're going after my treasure.
I mean, what makes it yours?
Oh shit!
It's mine! I've been here long enough, it's mine, and I've dedicated all my time discovering what makes these cows tick in order to move the God Rock, and only now have we found the answer. And so we set up all the bombs. No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I meant, if we can get the treasure together, of course, then we should share it.
I think
we're gonna
sharing
pause.
is a valid idea.
We're gonna pause this scene, and we're gonna go to Gunnar and Minos. Gunnar, you in the last moments of this kind of chaotic exchange, because of the God Rock being so brittle and no longer God Rock really, when the door slammed open, the whole room shook and collapsed in this kind of brittle stone that caused a whole bunch of dust and rock and debris to provide a smoke screen. In this moment, Minos had whispered something like, "Oh, I'm gonna do something, but sometimes I get stuck. Don't leave me, okay, Gunnar?" And
I cannot leave you. You are my 100,000 gold.
When the smoke settles and the light of the hallway that has been, I guess, added to this room now. I guess even the back wall has collapsed, so you're actually opened up to the rest of the pasture now. You'll notice 2 Dragonborn guard, and they'll say, "Well, did you do it?" You look over to where Minos was, and you notice the chain and collar is resting currently on the floor. And next to your leg, you feel a furry kind of sensation. And when you look down, a great big Saint Bernard dog is looking up at you with a big goofy grin with his tongue kind of lapped out. and he's right next to you. He looks a little dopey and a little sleepy, but he's moved to be up right next to your leg. So, wow, what happened to this room?
I finished the job. Pay me now.
You did? Oh my god, finally we can get out of this place. Oh god, they are going to be so happy to hear that. So how did it happen? We've never been able to see one yet. The dagger's spooky. Is this what caused this whole commotion? The God Rock? Wow, that Minotaur's soul must be crazy strong.
Yes, but not as strong as me. I'm happy to answer all your questions after I receive my payment.
All right, well, we'll go talk to the one who's got the connection to they, them, but just let me send a quick message. Hey, yeah. Oh, you're in the room right now? Oh, yeah, how is it? Garish? That's so funny. We knew it was gonna happen, like the color scheme. Okay, anyways. Just so you guys know, the Goliath killed Minos, so I guess they are going to come make contact soon to give the gold. We're on our way back to the Royal Chamber, so we'll see you in a bit. So they look at you, Gunnar, and they like, very good job. So when they appear and they've confirmed that they have Minos' soul, they'll be able to pay you the 100,000 gold, and we can finally get out of this lab place. It's so depressing here.
Why don't you leave now?
Well, we're going to. The deal's done, so we get to leave. But just in case they show up, we want to see them because they're so fabulous. Okay, let's get going. I guess we don't need to go this way. We can just go that way. So the guards will start escorting you. They'll notice the dog, the Minos dog next to you that is lazily following behind. Give me an insight roll, please, Gunnar.
I'm gonna check. I'm through good. Oh!
So you notice that they don't remember, they don't recognize you having a dog, but in their kind of like moment of looking at the dog, they actually are not sure they were actually paying enough attention that there may have been a dog to begin with. That's what you're getting with your insight. Where did the pooch come from?
That is not your concern. He was part of doing the job. As I said, I will answer your questions after I am paid.
All right. God, Muscle Daddy over here has got some anger issues. Okay, let's get going. So the 2 or 3, I guess 2. Sorry. In the chamber, there should be 10 Dragonborn guards. 2 Dragonborn are currently with Gunnar and are escorting Gunnar and Dog Minos towards the main chamber. So back to the scene. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Who can see and hear us at the present moment? Like, I've got 2 with me, but there's like 10 nearby. Is that my recollection of the surroundings?
You've got 2 near you. You've got a whole bunch of other Dragonborn guard that are guarding the entrances of the entrances and exit to the pasture. And then there are more Dragonborn in the party kind of room that's happening right now.
Right.
So there are 2 with you. And now you're kind of walking out into the pasture. All of the Minotaur are looking quite jazzed, and you notice that there's a full moon up in the sky, and they're all kind of getting some like good moon energy from what's going on outside. But the guards will
Don't
lead
you mean moon energy?
Indeed.
I will give myself an inspiration.
Indeed.
So obviously the guards of the pasture have like a pretty good, it's a full moon, like pretty good line of sight to
yes.
To
and they're kind of waving at the guards too, like we're finally getting out of here. Like, you know, they're all kind of really excited, kind of thing.
Fair enough.
So
fair
yeah,
enough.
the 2 of them will escort you back to her royal Minos's chamber, but you're not going to be quite there yet. So we're going to jump back into the other scene. That's what you do to the Dragonborn card. Actually, Gunnar, can you give me a perception check with advantage, please?
Definitely.
Okay, so
worship me as your god.
you have the woods kind of tattooed markings on your body that's providing you the bark skin protection. Minos has got this kind of rocky grain to his fur. Now when you're looking around to the other Minotaur within the pasture, you're actually noticing a couple other duos have the same markings. So a father and a daughter have a telescope and they're looking up at the stars together. The father's got the wood markings, the daughter's got the stone. It looks like two brutish-looking Minotaur have set up kind of a mud ring and are currently shirtless and ramming into each other. One of them's got the wood markings, the other one's got kind of the rock markings, and both of them look like they've got this kind of grin of satisfaction as they collide into one another.
As would I.
So a bunch of other duos around in the pasture have these kind of dual markings that you and Minos now have as well. So that's what you notice with your excellent perception. So you notice that because one, you got it and you can see it, but like nobody else and no one's mentioned it. No one's seen it on other Minotaur this whole time that you've been here. So yeah, okay.
Rise up, brothers. Lay your oppressors! Break your chains!
Okay, so back to inside the party. A lot of information has been given, so Her Royal Moonness is trying to make a deal as to what information you guys have on opening Godrock.
So that room exploding was pretty quiet, eh?
Yeah, so it wasn't really an explosion. It was more like we were pulling the energies, the spirits that were within the room out of the room, and then that room kind of collapsed. So it wouldn't be like a crazy, the whole cube building
it was
came
more like
crashing
disintegrating,
down.
sort of like,
yeah.
You know, okay.
Only,
like having
only
a moist
that
cave
room,
and then it desiccates.
Only that room. Yeah. Exactly. So I guess the other Minotaur that were around kind of looked at it and were like, "Oh, wow, that's different." And then the Dragonborn were also they probably would have been given the same answer that you gave. The pink one that was talking to you.
I didn't know it was pink.
It is
You didn't
pink.
tell me it was a pink Dragonborn.
In fact, you haven't asked about any of their scales, but all the Dragonborn that you've seen
Thought it was G color.
all have their own kind of colored scales. Most of the time, it's some sort of makeup, some sort of paint that it has turned them either pink or blue or green or whatever color they want. They typically do range the metallic scales of a dragon, I guess. So there's the silvers and brasses and golds and stuff like that, but all of them have this painted scale figure, I guess. Cool. Okay, back in the room. Ironjaw, you're at top of the... Okay, so the Dragonborn, top of the initiative again. They're not doing anything still. But now, in this moment, I guess when Peter kind of said boss is right, the one that Peter talked to will finally speak the first time that you guys have heard a Dragonborn speak, and be like...
Not me. I heard the pink one.
Yeah, so this one will answer, I guess, will now kind of talk is a bit more sloshed. Oh my god, if you don't like if you don't like your boss, then maybe you can come work for ours.
Oh my gosh, no, my boss is amazing. Your boss seems a bit
Peter's boss is an angel.
So when you look at Crazy McGee, be like, girl, I know she is nuts. She is not our boss. Oh my god, we do not take orders from her at all. She and her little gremlin over there are just totally unnatural.
Who's your friend? Why are we here? Why are we listening to her? This is stupid.
She's really just in the way. You'll meet them when your friend comes, because he just killed your Minotaur friend. In this moment, her royal moonness will look over at what was just said, and her eyes will go into a fury. And she'll go, "No! That's not what we agreed upon." And in this moment, her skin is going to completely rip open, and these scales, these indigo scales, will start to reveal themselves. This sinewy kind of structure of the wings, and this alien-looking kind of green emerges as this dragon forms on the middle of the dance floor, the middle of the whatever. Panic at the Disco. The grotesque-looking dragon is nothing that you've ever seen or read before. It looks so sinewy and alien, and this is exactly what it looks like. And let's see if this works. You let me know if this works.
And are those its stats?
That's not the way this was supposed to happen! Sorry, could you guys hear that? Did it change?
Yep. Yeah, you've got
Okay,
the voice
good,
changer.
good. So she has transformed into this grotesque moon dragon. The moon, the full moon above her is radiating and providing her with even more energy as she shifts. No, it's not ancient moon dragon stats, don't worry. In this
I was
same moment,
negotiating for a reason.
in this moment, Sin will also will like get angry and start snarling, and will look like it's about to shift into some crazy creature. But all that happens is two fangs kind of pop out the front of its mouth.
Oh,
As
I'm gonna kill the fuck out of that guy.
Sinister, the vampire kobold, has revealed himself. So they are going to add themselves into the initiative. In it, her royal moonness. In it, add +3. Oh, nice. And then R, let me just check this. Let me get some battle music. Gunnar, you could add yourself into the initiative now. Which one of these?
I'm rolling decent today.
Battle.
Mhm.
There be dragons, I guess. Okay, this one is... I technically would be able to add it because it's a real monster, but... +4! Wow, he's so fast! Sinister! Ooh, the vampire kobold! Did not like that. Oh, I got the wrong.
That's an R, not a in it.
Yeah. In it! Wow, they're so speedy. Okay, so Sinister goes first. Oh my god! This music is not good battle music. Let me get another one. Yes, good. So in this moment, the screech of her royal moonness reverberates through the entire room as she shifts out of her the awkward minotaur form into her true moon dragon form.
If I don't have the cow anymore, then I must trigger the madness now and make sure all the Minotaur in the pasture were affected by the madness, because then I'll get into the cube. Underling, take care of them.
Yes, mistress. Oh my god, Sinister is gonna go. Okay, so Sinister is going to move towards. I'm gonna towards Peter.
Man, I want a one-on-one duel between the gnome and the vampire kobold. Want these
First of all, I have
two
a
little
name.
figures circling each other.
I have a name.
Peter, this is 24 on your AC.
That'll hit.
Take
Is Gunnar within range of her?
no. Plus
Okay.
4.
Did you have to be within melee range? Like 5
Yeah.
feet? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, whoops. That's not the right. So you're going to take 10 points of damage, and 4 of those points are necrotic damage. As Sinister the Vampire Kobold runs up to you, releases its kind of teeth, and sinks them into your, I guess the half of your
Shin
leg.
bone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will bite you in the leg. The target's hit points. Oh, your maximum hit points are reduced by the 4 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And the vampire regains hit points equal to that amount. Okay, cool. So that's what it does on its turn. Iron Jaw, your go.
That's exactly how I picture sleeping with Cass.
I am going to sneak up behind this stupid kobold and I'm gonna shank him with my icy short sword.
Ooh.
Actually, first I'm gonna do my insight check to see if I could find a weakness in the kobold.
He's a vampire, aim for his chest.
Yes, so that is bonus action insight check against their deception.
Oh, their deception. Ooh, deception.
Not much of an insight check.
20 plus 2.
Ah, okay. So I can't read him, no advantage for me, but I can still sneak attack him. For a 9 to hit.
It's a
I'm
miss.
distracted, there's a big dragon.
Yeah, it's true.
I wasn't expecting him to be a vampire. Okay, that's it for me.
Okay, so her royal moonness is go. Oh my gosh. Underling, give me the energy. So, oh, whoops, that was not, whatever, that was supposed to be voice changed. So in this moment, Sinister, the vampire kobold, and her royal moonness is going to connect with this undulating kind of astral energy. And she is going to pull the necromantic energy and health that Sinister bit from Peter onto herself. So she increases her maximum HP. And she's going to turn, she's going to do Lunar Breath, which is a 30-foot cone.
I'm not in range.
So this is going to be on Ironjaw and Peter, and her underling is not affected by this. So each creature in that area must make a Constitution saving throw.
God damn it.
Good lord. It's
Nothing.
not Ironjaw's night.
Nope.
So
Learn
you
from
resisted.
Mhm.
So you're going to take half this damage, Peter. So she flies in this chamber and gets herself ready and prepared, and she looks down on you in this weird moonlight kind of blasts out of her mouth and sprays you all.
It's not how moonlight works.
Ironjaw, you take 55 cold damage, and Peter, you take half that cold damage.
Wait,
Okay, I'm down.
so it's gonna be like, guys, I'm going on my break.
So you're taking 20, Peter, you're taking 27, I guess? 27 cold damage?
What's the death rule again? If you equal your hit points, your total hit points, negative?
Yeah.
Okay.
Negative, yeah.
Not quite.
Were you damaged by stuff already?
Yeah,
The vamp.
the first battle.
Oh, the vampire. Yeah.
I came into this battle with 19 health, so...
You did, okay, you may have missed it, Jen, but you did have a short rest to spend hit die if you wanted to. That did happen right after the last battle.
Yeah.
I don't remember doing that.
Okay, you should.
Fine. Okay.
I just feel like that was like the one opportunity for a short rest in my adventure, so...
Yeah.
What's the thing I rolled to do it? My health, I think, is... I'll just pull it up.
If you click on the short rest button in D&D Beyond, it'll tell you what your hit dice is, or your hit die.
That's it.
You can roll that as many times as you have checkboxes.
Man.
I think of what I would have honestly done, probably this.
You guys had one job.
You can see the result and then roll again.
Jobs. And adventurer, thank you very much.
Yeah, but there's like 5 of you, so... 4, if you count the cowboy. Where's the cowboy at?
Still down, but... Oh, that should be 2. Hold on, I'll roll one more.
Yeah, and you get the +2 again as well.
Jamie, we can't hear you.
Sorry, I had muted myself to drink water. He will go on the same initiative as Rocket's initiative.
Oh, the cowboy.
Yeah,
I
Aster.
don't think it's my turn, by the way, while I do this, so you guys can
Yeah,
proceed
okay. So Ironjaw, you go down. Peter, you may not go down, but you'll be hurt, I guess.
Rocket off.
Rocket, your go.
I'm down, by the way.
You from the short rest, you do get to keep rolling. So like if you get a low roll and you want to roll again, you can.
Until you're
it's
out
not
of
like
it.
it's not like you have to decide at the start of the rest. I'm going to roll 2 dice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I could have gone up to max.
You can
I see.
keep spending, yeah.
Okay.
Can I just like talk to like all the Dragonborn and be like, are you guys gonna help us?
No, this is more interesting. If you guys can't handle it, then I guess you don't really deserve the reward from them.
I'm gonna cast Firebolt on him.
On the Dragonborn?
No, I'm joking. How far away is everyone from me right now?
About 30 feet, I guess.
Okay, and how does stabilizing work?
Do a medicine check or any amount of magical healing.
Any healing will instantly heal them from 0 up until whatever you heal. But if you wanted to stabilize, it would be a medicine check.
And then they stay in the same initiative that they were in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to cast Cure Wounds then on Ironjaw.
Sure.
Wasted turn.
I like not being dead on the floor. 12.
For 12?
Oof.
The best you're gonna get?
That's pretty good.
That's solid, yeah.
I feel a lot better.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to get hit by that again, but other than that, I feel a lot better.
So I'd like to heal him like that, and then also maintain my distance away from him.
So you're gonna have to probably spend most of your movement to get up there. Because it's
do I have to be right next to him to cast Cure Wounds?
It's a touch spell, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I guess I'll be right beside him, and then I'll kind of like... Ooh, I'll just like shake my bag of like little nanomites on him to like go in and like repair some of the arteries, or I guess not arteries, but like pipes.
Wow, this is really advanced technology.
There'll be like little mites with like little welding glasses on as they're like welding his pipes back together.
Okay,
No,
so
Stay ahead.
Aster's gonna go. He's gonna pull out his spell book and he's gonna start casting a spell on Sinister the Vampire Kobold. So he's gonna start casting Sleep. So if somebody can roll me
Where's sunlight?
7d8. If somebody can roll 7d8 for me, please.
Got it.
I don't know. Iron Shot's been rolling like shit.
Oh my
See, I got it
gosh.
this time.
Oh, it's enough.
Not bad, not bad.
Kobold, Sinister, the Kobold Vampire falls asleep. And is currently sleeping, I guess. Something we need to use. Oh, until it takes damage, or
Yeah.
someone uses an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake. Perfect. Wow. So Aster casts a spell and looks a little surprised at its effectiveness. Oh, Rocket, I think this would probably be better in your hands. He's going to launch his pistol towards you. And Rocket, when you catch it, the pistol looks to be crafted from ancient engineers with small hands. It fits perfectly in your hand as you catch it, and it attunes to you instantly. So that's what it looks like.
Looks like a flintlock.
And so I created this from another item, so you should be able to add it in D&D Beyond. It's called Pluck. So you have a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. It's a pistol. While this pistol is on your person, you also get +1 bonus to saving throws. If the pistol is on your person, you can call on its luck with no action to reroll 1 attack roll, ability check, or saving throw you dislike. You must use the second roll. This property can't be used again until the next dawn. So if you try to add it in D&D Beyond, it should just be called Pluck. And you should be able to add it right into your thing, and then just go attune to it, and then the bonuses should automatically add on your character sheet. And if you want...
Can I, like...
Sorry, go for it.
Sorry, go ahead. I was gonna say, like, can I have it like equipped already, or do I have to like equip it?
Equip it. So equip it in D&D Beyond, attune to it in D&D Beyond, and then update in Discord. Wow, Aster, you did great. Gunnar, your turn. So you're currently on the outside, and you can now see the moon dragon's wings kind of flapping up in the dome because it's a clear glass dome. So the inside, there's some commotion going on. Minos' dog is right on you, right behind you, following kind of right in your footsteps. And Minos, the other Minotaur that you released from the Minos prison, is currently milling about the front of the front of the building, so that the Minos is just like kind of looks nervous, kind of like looking at the door, kind of milling back. What would you like to do?
Seeing the dragon, Gunnar will crack his neck, lick his lips, fly into a rage, and try to charge up the building to get on top of the glass dome and meet the dragon as it flies out.
Okay, can you give me an athletics roll? Oh, sorry, shouldn't have been athletics. It should have been. I was thinking acrobatics. It should have been acrobatics. But if we take the 2, you'll probably still fail anyway. In this moment, Gunnar is kind of raging and rushing up the side of this god rock building, and he'll hear a whimper and look back and see Minos' dog trying to follow him and not be able to follow. And in that moment, Gunnar will kind of slip and fall back down on the earth. And Minos' dog will start licking your face.
Man, useless.
Is that everything, Gunnar?
Well, what action would I have left?
We could say that was a move action, so you can take your action to move if you want to. Oh, we lost someone, I think.
Yeah, it's just Cass.
So I'll need to just... Oh, is he back? Okay, cool.
Working on it.
Sorry, yeah, you still have your action, so you could do what you want with your action.
I don't know what was discussed, though. Okay. So, having failed to ascend the building from the outside, he will do the only logical thing, and that is to run in through the door.
So as you charge from the inside, the Dragonborn that's behind you will kind of give a command, and they'll shout, "Open up!" And as you're kind of charging right at the doors will swing open as two Dragonborn on the inside will open the doors for you. So you rush in and you see the commotion of everything that's happening currently in the room. So everything that I've described, you see, and Minos' dog is right behind you. Her royal moonness continues to shriek in rage as she lost her golden ticket that she's been waiting a whole year for. Peter, you're next.
Or a robotic?
Sorry, you cut out right at the start there. What did you say?
What's Ironjaw? Are you unconscious?
I am not. I've been healed. by Rocket.
Are you still below your half your health?
Yes.
I will I'll turn the tide and allow you to heal.
Ooh.
Or this is a bonus action I can do for 7.
Nice, solid.
Yeah, and then I will. And so this dragon lady, is she like trying to leave through the dome, or is she just flown up there?
Not yet. She's very angry with you and still focused on the group. But now she hasn't really had a turn to register yet that Sinister is sleeping, I guess. She hasn't really noticed yet.
Someone fucking stab him in the chest. Was asleep.
If I can make this type of observation, I will attempt to move into a position which I'm not in a cone that will hit other people.
Sure, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
If I get hit, no one else will get hit if I stand here.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, I'm gonna move my hand up to my emblem. It's gonna glow, and I'm gonna say male tiara power, and I'm gonna summon my boomerang.
Okay.
So I'm gonna fire it.
Sorry, who are you throwing the boomerang at? You're throwing it at the dragon?
Again.
Okay,
Yeah.
You miss her with that attack. It just kind of it goes right past her, comes back to your hands.
But does it come back? Oh, yeah.
It would if it misses, I guess. Jen, anything else that you're doing?
That's it for my turn.
That's it for your turn? Okay.
That's it for my turn.
Okay. So Sinister's going, hasn't taken any damage yet, so is still asleep. Iron Jaw.
I think I'm breaking up. I don't know why, but I'm good.
You're good now. Yeah.
We heard most of that.
We got you. Yeah. It eventually caught up.
How big is the window?
So this chamber is probably like 60 feet across. So probably 30 feet wide would be where the glass pane starts. Like that would be its diameter, I guess.
Yeah, like it's not. It's like you'd need a big tarp, not like a bedroll or something, to cover.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. And the dragon is like flying around up in the air.
Yeah.
Kind of do like the idea of just like stabbing this kobold to death. I think given that it's like down here, because you can coup de grace something that's sleeping, right? Like you can have a little hit on it.
Unless you have a weapon of wood, huh?
Ah.
A weapon of wood.
So you attack
I have an
with
icy short sword.
advantage, and if you coup de grace, it's just an auto crit.
It's crit,
I think.
isn't it?
I think it's just like an auto crit.
Yeah, but you still have to hit.
Okay, I think. Yes. So
Yes.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna
Okay.
attack with advantage. That seems like a useful thing.
You do hit.
So that's a 23 to hit, and then
Yeah.
I also double the damage from the crit, right? So that's an extra 3d6.
Yes.
Double the
that's right.
dice from the crit.
Double the dice, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a 24 damage.
24. So you will, I'll let you
Almost.
describe it. You will kind of stab it and do a big chunk, but you're not going to kill it, and you are going to wake it up. So go ahead and describe how this looks.
Yeah, so while the kobold is asleep, I'm going to get back up on my feet, and then I'm just going to put the point of my sword over its chest and lean down onto it.
Ugh. I feel like that Buffy movie where he's like,
Oh yeah,
Favorite.
such a bad movie. So great.
So it is clinging to unlife. The dragon goes now. Let's see if she recharges. She does. So she's gonna do another
Okay.
lunar breath. So she is going to focus this on Peter because Peter tossed and failed the boomerang shot on her. So Peter, can you give me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yes. How did you find that?
It's the first one when I typed Buffy death.
Nice. Kind of disappointing, but yeah.
That's exactly how this kobold is acting right now.
Ooh, that's not good.
Oh no.
You have inspiration?
I do have inspiration, but I feel like inspiration should be used in a more colorful way.
Okay,
not
fair
just
enough.
a roll.
You take 38 points of cold damage.
Okay, now I'm going on my break.
We're like, actually, can you stay? Just cover this person's shift. So Peter is knocked out for having challenged her royal moonness. Rocket, it's your go.
I have a
Does it
question.
work? Like, oh,
Yes,
How,
Gunnar.
how close is Peter to Gunnar at this moment?
I specifically said I'd put myself in a place in which nobody else would get hit, so I'm probably pretty far.
You're
Yeah,
killing me,
Gunnar
man.
just entered the chamber. So.
Like, honestly, I want to be safe, but I like specifically intended to get
No.
away. Also, I'm like, I need to suffer the consequences of that for sure.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay,
Worth a
Rocket,
shot.
your go.
Mhm.
so how does that work again? Like for like saving throws for Peters?
So every turn on Peter's turn, he's going to roll a death saving throw, which is just straight up a d20. If he rolls 10 or higher, it'll count as a success. If he rolls less than 10, it'll count as a failure. If he rolls a 1,
He rolls-
it'll count as 2 failures. And if he rolls a 20, he'll instantly stand back up. If he gets 3
Yeah, he gets
successes, so in 3 rounds, or potentially with 20s and 1s, if he has 3 successes before he gets 3 failures, he'll stabilize. If he gets 3 failures before 3 successes, he will die.
Okay, so we got time. I'm gonna start building.
And if he takes any damage, it causes an instant fail.
Yes.
Okay, cool. We got time. I'm gonna build my cannon.
Yeah.
That's it. That's my turn.
Oh, kill me.
Okay, so Aster is going to go. Aster is going to try to put Sinister to sleep again, I guess. So this time, can somebody roll me 5d8? He used up his 2nd level spell slot already.
He fucking knows one spell.
Me again.
Yeah. It's enough!
20.
Sinister falls! Ah, so, Sinister's back asleep. Aster...
He doesn't have Death Word Dragon?
He does not have Death Word
It'd be
Dragon.
nice.
Gunnar, it's your go.
How high is this dragon?
He's flying at least 30 feet above you. There is a staircase leading right up to a half pillar that would be like 5 feet away from her, I guess.
Oh yeah, Gunnar's gonna take
Ah,
that
there you
for
go.
sure.
Okay. Run on up.
Yeah. Gunnar doesn't actually know why she's upset, right?
No. Well,
I'm not
I guess
saying he
she's
would care.
screeching. She's screeching
Yeah.
about her money, her gold, I guess. So yeah, Gunnar in the rage and when all of this happened, I would say Gunnar wouldn't know the specifics of why this is happening. But he would be able to
Okay.
tell that is the same her royal moonness, like because of the way she's speaking, like her accent. You know that that's her anyway.
But does he know that it's about gold generally or not at all? It's fine. I'm just
He knows it's about treasure. She'll be yelling about her treasure.
treasure.
Yes,
Okay.
her treasure.
He won't necessarily connect any of that. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So
okay.
Gunnar's gonna great axe with a reckless attack. Reckless attack!
Oh dear.
Oh
Damn it,
dear.
Gunnar!
So reckless.
Can you give me an acrobatics check? So you're running up the stairs, you're dashing, and trying to jump at her. You're missing, and you're falling back down to the
Sure. What was it?
ground. Acrobatics. Actually, I don't even think you get an acrobatics. I think you just straight up take 2d6 fall damage. So 6 bludgeoning, I guess. So probably
So 3?
3. Yeah.
Cool.
In this moment, Minos dog is going to lazily walk its way up to Peter Post and whimper. And when his wet nose will touch Peter Post's cheek, Peter Post will feel a cure wounds revive him from his unconsciousness.
Dog's a witch!
You heal 12 points. Very magical. And then Minos falls asleep. Minos dog falls asleep right next to Peter. Peter, Yurko.
Okay. I'm gonna pet the dog that just healed me. I'm like, oh, you're much nicer than the dog in my room. Okay, give dogs more of a chance. And sorry, I wasn't actually expecting to be revived. So
Sorry.
I didn't have it planned out. What's the young girl doing? Sorry.
I'm busy twisting a sword into the vampire kobold. Gunnar is at the base of the steps.
No,
But
sorry,
there
what's the pagan girl doing? Moonness.
I guess she's ready to recharge another breath weapon, so she hasn't taken any damage yet. So she's still, and Sinister, the vampire kobold, is still alive technically. So every turn she's pulling some life from him, even though he's very close to straight up death. But her maximum hit points is increasing, with Sinister still being around.
He's got Earthbind.
I'll just try to kill this sinister guy then. Can I pull out my axe and still attack?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, I will do
So
that.
you have advantage
Straight
on
up
the attack?
skill.
Battle axe, advantage, spelling. I think that's right. Fuck.
Crit.
Holy, it
Oh,
was
you
a crit anyway.
But it will be enough to kill Sinister straight up, so you can describe how this looks, I guess.
Okay, so I get up, pet the dog, have a discourse, and then it's like, well, that was a good break. Let's get to work. And I just axe him.
Split him in half.
Split him in half.
In this moment, her royal moonness will look quite not sad or upset that Sinister has been killed, but more worried or annoyed that her kind of life link, her like pool of hit points has been extinguished So she starts to look up at the night sky frantically. Ironjaw, you're next to go.
Yeah, I
Someone
wish I had
kill the
something-
moon.
I wish I had something that could cover the window, but I
Yeah,
do not.
right.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same insight check on her and see if I can spot a weak point on the dragon.
Okay,
That's
so
bonus action.
deception. Ooh, she got great
Yeah.
deception.
But I got a 15.
Oh, she has true sight too.
Everybody got true sight.
You got 15? Okay, sorry.
Got
So
15.
she's got to roll, I guess, just charisma. She's actually not trained. Nope, she's not. Okay.
Ah.
So, just charisma.
Wow.
24!
All right. In that case, I can't sneak attack with my sword because no one's near her, but I can stand here and pull out a dagger and take close aim as I try to fling a dagger up into her eye. So with another bonus action, since I'm not moving and I haven't moved for the turn, I can give myself advantage on my next attack roll.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Now I haven't actually attacked with the dagger in like ever, so let's see if this works. But it's 12 to hit, which is probably not good enough.
It is not, but I want to see it. No, it is not. I just wanted to see what her armor was.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Well, she's flying around way too fast. I can't hit her.
Ooh, Darian, is that you? From behind you guys, in the doorway, you notice that Minos is finally kind of drawn up the courage to look into what's going on. And Darian will look, well, one was completely shocked at this kind of moon dragon that's flying around. So all the Minotaur have been kind of shell-shocked. But Darian was knocked out of it by Minos showing up. And Darian will run over to Minos and will lock arms. Oh, cousin, I'm so happy you're around. You're still alive. Both the Minotaur will start to glow this kind of golden energy. And her Royal Munis's eyes will light up with very kind of curious intrigue. And she's going to, she's going to see if she's going to recharge her breath weapon. She does not. Okay. So she's going to land right next to the two Minotaur, and she's going to start hacking at them. So she gets 3 attacks.
Fucking bitch.
Okay. 20 plus 7. 3 times. So only one of them is going to connect with Darian. She's pissed at Darian and is going to bite into him. 2d plus 3.
I
So
assume they're
Darian's
not.
going to take a huge kind of chunk of damage, but at the same time, this golden energy that is wrapping around both of them will light up all the god rock around the room. And in this moment, the two Minotaur are going to jump out of the room, and the door is going to meld shut, and the dome is going to close over so that you guys are in darkness again. She starts to freak out over this, over what just happened. I knew it. I knew that the god's children had the power within them to shift the god rock. Let me out of here. And she starts to claw. But the kind of glow, this healthy glow that was about her has very much been extinguished as she has lost her connection to the moon outside. Rocket, your turn.
Right. So I'm first going to attack with my gun.
Make light.
There is
That
a lot
would
of
be
light because of the party lights and
Oh, okay.
Okay.
yeah, and the glow of the god rock. Ooh, you hit her.
21.
Wow, yeah, you hit her. So that's 12 points of magic damage. So she doesn't resist it.
Uh-oh.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to attack my cannon.
This is her first hit. Ooh, she's pissed.
The last person who tried to hit her got
16.
wound breath.
You miss on that 16 to hit.
Ugh, rude.
And she hits in your
can I
direction with anger.
Can I use inspiration to make that hit? How does that work?
Roll, I think, right?
So inspiration is used before you roll to give yourself advantage
Gotcha.
on a roll. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
A few key times where if it's critical enough, we'll be like, yeah, you go ahead and use your inspiration to reroll, but I wouldn't say this is one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so basically Rocket is going to finish building her cannon or her force ballista. And she's going to kind of prepare it to shoot as she dives off of it and rolls over, so that way they're kind of attacking from two different angles. So then she's gonna use her new gun quite handily because she's great with small things in her hands. And so she's gonna shoot with a pistol, which will then cause the dragon to shift, which will then make the force ballista to move, I guess.
Aha. So as the two blasts come and her royal moonness shifts and dodges the blast, the lucky pluck shot shoots right through one of her wings and tears open the sinew. That's not right. What is a dragon's wing? Cartilage,
membrane?
I guess?
Membrane?
Yeah, the membrane. And she looks at you with an intense anger and almost a rage and what would it be? Gunnar when he enters a rage and he loses kind of not cohesive thought, but she's focused right on Rocket. She's lost kind of everything. She's just screaming and screaming about all the work that she's put in these last 20 years, about her treasure, about the God Rock, how she knew it, and now she just needs to get outside to trigger the bombs. So Gunnar, your go.
He will charge a landed dragon.
It's so cute.
Beware.
With another reckless attack.
Ooh, that's a hit.
There you go.
Oh, my damage was balls, though. But it was magic.
It is magic.
It was magic, so full on, she takes it.
Have
anything
you
else?
raged inside the client? There you go.
I did now.
Add
Oh, sorry, she
two
should take
more
2 more
damage.
damage? Okay, sorry, my bad.
It's not your bad, it's my bad.
Oh, sorry, is there anything else that you'd like to do on your turn, Gunnar?
Gunnar will shout, "Face me, cowardly lizard! Anyone can beat up a couple of cows!"
You're the one that killed Minos! Rocket,
Oh yeah, I killed them so good.
Rocket, Peter,
He's
and
super
Iron
dead.
Jaw. Can you give me an insight roll with advantage, please?
He's not getting any deader than he is now, which is totally dead.
So Rocket, you are going to be stunned for the next turn because you think Gunnar killed Minos.
I
Iron Jaw and
instead
Peter-
shoot at him.
Peter and Iron Jaw, you don't believe that Gunnar went through with it. So she's shifted her focus from Rocket to Gunnar, and Peter, it's your turn.
This is gonna be a really exciting turn, guys. I'm gonna use my action to heal myself. I'm just gonna give myself a straight up 20 hit points, leaving my
Wow.
my divine health. Wait, what's it actually called?
Lay
I
on
don't know what it's
hands.
called.
Lay
Lay on hands.
All,
Yeah.
all the lay on hands points.
Something I've had the entire game and not used a single time. You're
Well, you
welcome.
needed it this time, I guess.
Yeah, we have like 3 people that can cast Cure Wounds, so we
This
don't always
one's
need it.
well, yeah, it's a full action to do. So I will also move out of the way of other people so there's not multiple cone hits if it happens again.
Okay, Minos. The Minos dog is gonna follow closely behind Peter. And where kind of Peter ends up, the Minos dog will just plop down kind of behind him. So sleepy. Iron Jaw, your go.
All right, I'm going to take advantage of Gunar's distracting the dragon and sneak around to the side, and take a stab.
It's a
Hey, there we
hit.
go.
Ooh.
Finally, she's not paying attention. So that's 18 with my magic frost short sword.
Fucking A!
Frost. Okay, no, she's immune to cold.
God damn it.
So I guess no damage?
I guess no damage.
I
Yep.
guess no damage.
Okay, and I will switch to my dagger.
So
You want
she's-
this evil dagger I got in my back pocket?
Okay, so she's going to see if she recharges. She does not.
If you're offering.
And
Gunnar would clue in.
she's gonna do 3 attacks on Gunnar.
She gonna try.
So these are all
I
plus
said
7.
confidently.
So the first attack's a
Ooh.
bite, and then the other 2 are claws. She crits.
Oof.
That misses.
She hits, and she hits. So 1 crit
They
and 2
all
hits. How much damage is that total? Okay, let me just add that all up.
How do you know they all hit? Excuse you.
Yeah, it's hard to get over 18 AC.
But not impossible for me.
His face
True.
is
Did you
now-
want to try to prevent one
I have
from
a
happening?
tail.
Yeah, do you
that
want to try to
increases my
prevent one?
AC.
Or was it 2? Would you prevent 2?
No. Oh, yeah, I guess, eh? So I should probably
Hmm.
do that instead of my stone skin.
Yeah, it'll
Because if
probably
you
block more
prevent the
damage.
first one,
Hopefully.
that second attack, you might prevent
Yeah.
the third attack as well.
Okay, perfect. So basically, with his tail, Gunnar can swing and add defense to himself. AC. I think it's 1d8, I want to say.
I want to say that as well.
Okay, perfect. For some reason, I can't fucking find it. Here we go. Form of the beast. If a creature within 10 feet of you hits with an attack roll, you can use a reaction to swipe your tail. Roll a d8, applying it to your AC, potentially causing the attack to miss you. Come on, big roll. Roll 1d8. I want to see an 8.
Good enough.
I will
right?
accept a 6.
Yeah. Okay, so hits. So crit
Six
on the
to
bite
16.
and then misses on the claws. So this is just bite
Just a
attack
crit.
crit. 4d 10 plus 3.
I think you mean 44?
You take 27 points of piercing damage as her maw bites into your side.
You wish I took 27.
13.
Okay, that's it for her turn.
Resistance is nice.
Oh my God,
Rocket is stunned, so Rocket, you're taking this turn to just you're actually
Breathe.
convincing yourself, no, this maybe didn't happen, but that initial shock just takes up your whole turn, unfortunately. Gunnar, your go.
Oh, I totally
Spend my
killed him.
turn taking my gun and just slowly turning it towards Gunnar. Very slowly.
Gunnar
Thank
will
you.
attack recklessly. Oh shit, she had advantage.
That's fine.
On
I
her
rolled high.
attacks?
I rolled high already anyway.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, because he's going to recklessly attack again, is why I am reminded of this. Self-preservation's for losers.
Yeah. Gotta
That's
do
a
the
hit.
damage.
A mighty... Now, this time it's including the 2, I think, right?
No, it's not.
What?
Dang, that sucks.
I think you are out of rages in the thing, probably because you haven't rested inside Discord for a while.
Yeah, I should have one... Well, I'm in one now, and then I'd have one more after this.
Yeah.
Because they only raged one time.
It's just because Discord thought you were out of rages.
Yeah,
okay.
I've added the
actually.
+2. So with this attack, Gunnar, you've definitely hobbled her quite a bit. She's looking quite weak as she stumbles around on her 4 legs and her injured wings. She spits out this kind of black ichor of blood, but she's not going down without her treasure. The fight continues on. Peter, you're next.
She's in, like, she's on the ground, you can get to her now.
She's
with
on the
melee.
ground, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's charge this bitch.
Yeah, we've been Eiffel Towering you this whole time.
I'm gonna, like, channel some Gunnar, and we're trying to remember what he did to that Minotaur. It didn't work last time, but maybe it'll work this time. I'll charge at her with an axe. That's one word.
Oh.
Ooh, it's a miss.
Right.
Her
And
scales are too
then,
strong.
as a bonus action, I'll be like, I don't have it yet, Gunnar. Sorry about that, but maybe you do. And I'll give Gunnar a Shield of Faith. So you get +2 to your AC for as long as I concentrate. I didn't realize it was a bonus action. I've been treating this like it's an actual...
No big deal.
This is a bonus action?
God!
So you have +2 to your AC.
Fucking
So
A,
you're-
base
so you're now at
18.
18.
And a tail!
And oh. Is your tail
Dude,
at every turn you can do your tail? Wow.
Yeah, it's a reaction.
Oh, wow.
I have to pick between that and my stone skin and my
Right,
intervention.
right. Because it's a reaction, yeah.
I have 3 reactions.
I don't remember the rules for concentration, but I do have to concentrate with Shield of Faith. So if
Yeah,
there's
so
a
the
You
rule-
rules
can't
are
cast
for
anything else with
concentration.
concentration?
Right. Sorry,
Go
go ahead, Matt.
Okay, so you can't cast anything else that requires concentration. Like, you can't keep more than one thing up at once. And if you ever take damage, you will need to do a save. I think it's a con save?
A con
so.
save, yeah.
Or-
and I
or
know what the
else
math
lose
is on what the
the
DC will be, so I'll let you know if you ever need to.
I just wanted
decide
to
if
let
you're
you.
gonna
I figured
concentrate
that
it, Perfect. Cool. That's everything, Peter?
Yeah, I figured that's all I can probably do. I don't know what the dog is doing, but I'll pet him before I run off. Be like, wish me luck.
Yeah, I guess he'll follow. Yeah, Minos dog will follow. When Peter joins the fray with the dragon, the Minos dog will growl a little bit and shift and go next to Rocket and sniff Rocket, and its tail will wag very excitedly, and he'll lick Rocket's face. Rocket, have you taken damage?
Nope.
No. Okay.
La-di-da.
We can fix that.
What was that? What was that?
Iron Jaw, you're next.
All right. So yeah, I have a non-magical, not fancy short sword that I guess we're gonna pull out for this one. And this time, since I haven't had to run around, I've like lined up a proper aimed attack. I'm gonna try to get in at the wing joints and roll with advantage.
Come on,
Nice.
baby.
So this is going to add the magic bonus, so it's actually a 15 to hit, which is I think a miss.
Yes, it is.
Fuck.
A miss.
Ah.
This
There's no
poor
way-
no
it's
magical
not
dagger.
Yeah. I'm just
There's no
clicking
way
away over here.
Sorry.
That Gunnar in his rage would clue in about the magical dagger he has in his back pocket.
No,
Nah, I
and,
don't
and
think so.
also you
Okay.
kind of need to attune to use most magical
Oh,
things.
okay.
The magical pistol is special. but
Yeah, with special. Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured.
Yeah.
I feel better about that.
Okay.
Then Gunnar's sitting on like the solution the whole time.
She doesn't recharge her thing, so with 3 of you around her, she's going to just frantically. What she's just going to do, I'm going to count this as a bite claw attack. But what thematically is going to happen? She's just going to spin around, and her wings and claws and tail and scales will strike at Peter, Gunnar, and
okay.
Iron Jaw, who are all around her currently. So the first attack will be on Gunnar. So it has advantage.
It does, yes.
20 on AC.
I will use my tail.
That's such a good gift. Of, like, what's happening?
Come on, at least 3?
2. 3, I guess. Yeah.
No, because I made
Yeah, 3. Yeah, that's
3. Yeah.
Nope.
Dang.
Stupid tail.
So it hits.
Yeah.
2d10 plus.
plus 7.
You take 8
Ooh.
piercing damage. The attack
Or
on
do
Iron Jaw.
I will take
plus
4.
18 on AC.
That's a hit.
Is he within 5 of me?
You don't get more than 1 reaction.
Yes,
I
he
hate you
is.
so much right now. Damn it.
you just talked about that.
Yeah, but I
It
forgot.
came up. Thank you, though.
You
I
take 12
appreciate
points
the
of
thought.
slashing damage.
Ugh.
And on Peter, 23 on AC.
Whoa.
Good, I killed baby.
You take 11 points of slashing damage, and you have to give me a con save
It's
for
fine.
concentration. You need DC 10 in order to continue to keep this spell up.
You can do it all night long.
God
You do
damn.
not.
no.
The Shield of Faith falls off of Gunnar. She's
faith is
finished her
weak.
turn. Gunnar, it's your go.
Guess what Gunnar's gonna do?
You could do it,
Recklessly
Gunnar.
attack.
I sure can't.
Oh, I'm
Stop
sorry. It's
pigeonholing
Rocket's
him.
turn. It was Rocket's turn. But we can.
Can I
we'll
save this for
we'll
later?
Save the crit. We'll save the crit. But Rocket's first.
Don't fuck this up for me, Rocket.
Let's hope Gunnar's still up to use that. I guess I'll realize he's lying. Or if anything, I'll be like, I'll deal with you later.
Yeah.
Okay, same as before, I'll attack with my new pistol as well as the cannon.
Okay. The pistol hits, dealing 8 magical damage. Jeez. And the Force Ballista misses again.
Why did I even make this stupid thing?
Yeah, I'm really glad you spent a turn making it.
Still, you've done half of her health so far.
Won't
in
make him
pluck-
feel better.
In pluck hitting, so
Oh, you mean the 2 turns I've done something, and the third where I was shocked?
it wasn't a high DC. Gunnar, your go.
So I rolled to hit, which was the
Oh
crit.
yeah, you crit. What was your total damage?
10. Plus 2, maybe?
Ooh.
Yeah, plus 2.
12. She stumbles and hobbles and is so close, and more gashes are opened up as more kind of black ichor of blood falls to the dizzying floor below. She doesn't have much more left, but her rage, she's like a rabid dog caught in a cage, and all she can say now over and over and over is cha-cha, cha-cha, cha-cha.
Minos!
Ironjaw.
Bite your face off!
Alright, one last
Oh,
time.
wait.
Let's see if
Sorry,
I
I
can...
skipped Peter. I skipped Peter. I keep skipping people. I'm too excited. Peter, it's your go.
Okay. Here, you got this. You got this.
Yes, please.
I'm just gonna go and
Rudy!
Alex,
Rudy!
for training. You can do it this time. Remember, battle axe is one word. Damn it!
RP it, I guess.
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
I just get you got this. Throw out my back, I guess. Like,
Ironjaw.
Alright, I'm in the same boat. We're gonna do
Don't
one
you steal my
last
kill!
swing.
I swear to God.
It's a hit.
There we go. 25. And then, so it's 1 less damage. So 11 with a
You
non-magical
bitch.
short sword.
Describe how you're killing her royal moonness, Ironjaw.
You son of a bitch.
Alright, so finally, with one last bullet hole, I have a weak point that I could actually hit with my short sword. So I'm going to stab right through into the
Ugh.
lungs of the dragon.
And with a deafening screech, her royal moonness lets out one final roar before she looks desperately at the Dragonborn for help, and she looks at her underling with disgust, and she looks at you all with
Grudging
nothing
respect?
as she falls, and her whole dragon body crumbles to the floor. And in that moment, the glass dome ceiling that had been closed over opens back up, and the doorway opens back up to reveal Minos and Darien. Darien being healed by other Minotaur.
No. They don't get to share in this moment. They locked us in here with a fucking dragon.
But before Darien and Minos can enter the chamber, two Dragonborn will slam the door shut. And they're going to say, it's time to have a talk with them. So that's where we're going to stop it for tonight. We went way farther than the time allotted, so thank you to the players for sticking around. We are going to be playing the finale of Minos in Trouble next week, next Tuesday. And so thank you to Twitch viewers, and thank you to YouTube viewers, and thank you to player DMs for playing this through. I'm going to call it here, so have a good night, everyone.
Spending hit dice?
Short rest?
No, we're pausing right here. We're going to pick up right here next week. Okay, so thanks for watching.